Alright guys, I want to go ahead and apologize. The audio for this video is going to be total garbage. Anyways, the audio is going to be total garbage because we got a rainstorm going on out here, and of course my carport's a tin roof, so it amplifies it. But Freddie came down to help me out, so big thanks to him. While I was in church, he was working on getting the wiring straightened up and helping me get the turn signals and stuff straightened out. So we want to try to get some of this stuff finished, so that way we can hit the key on this thing, make sure she's still alive and breathing again. That way we can get everything checked off the list and ready to go for the dyno. Alright, so what are we working on right now? We need to drill the holes for the lights, right? Alright, so Freddie got these little indicator lights for the turn signals because, like he was saying, the car's going to be so loud I'm not going to be able to hear the clicker audibly. So we're going to install these little indicator lights, so that way we know when the turn signals is on, and then I don't look like an idiot going down the road with my left on for 3 miles straight. Right, take this washer and stuff off. Maybe a safe place to put this. Floor mat on the roof. Trid-ons. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Drilling holes! Hole drilling! Haha!
Yep, I felt that one drop through, so that should be good. Oh, that's perfect. That was like snug, but it wasn't like real hard to get through. We need a new indicator light. No, I think it just, because I felt it like, kind of like snap push, you know what I mean? We needed to have a super glue. Yeah, might do it. That's fine though, I've got super glue if that's what it needs. Rainy day. It's disgusting. I'm sick of this rain. Good day for working on a race car though. I mean, a street car. Back to one. Now that we're through, it'll go through a little quicker. See, where's our other light at? In there. Still got the nut and washer on. Kabling! Washer. Risher. One more step. Little turn signal action. Get this thing a little closer to being a little more street. Still won't be a street car, but it'll be a little more streetable. Well, Reaper's technically illegal to drive on the street right now without turn signals. Ah, or a front end. Front ends are overrated. Ask the No Prep guys. Start some fights in the comments there. That's actually a test video that I really want to do. Is I want to, and I may do that still when I get a chance. I want to take like Reaper with the front end and with the, I mean, I'm going to be building a new hood and stuff, obviously. But I want to take Reaper with the whole front end on and the hood and everything, and go do, you know, 3 1/8 mile passes, and then take the whole front end off like it is right now, and then go do 3 1/8 mile passes, and then compare the 60 foots and the mile per hour and stuff like that to see if it's any actual benefit. Because my theory on it is it's going to help your 60 foot because you're taking the front weight off the car and stuff. But I feel like by the time you're reaching the end of the 8th mile, especially if you got any good horsepower, you're going to be traveling fast, that your aero is going to be garbage. So I feel like it's going to hurt you on top end, but it's going to help you on 60 foot. And I'd like to have some numbers to actually prove what's going on. All right, guys, what do you think? Does that look pretty square to you? Because for me, it looks good enough. So obviously, left turn signal, right turn signal. So when we flip this on, this will flash. That'll let me know that these are on, they're working properly. This one's wired up from a dome light. This is my park lights and brake lights. So when that's off, I don't have any working lights whatsoever. And then flip those on, I'll have park lights and brake lights and such. And then headlights. Yeah. Yeah. All right, what are we doing now? Yeah.
I need to finish the splicing wires.
Yeah, overthinking typically causes lots of anxiety.
And drug addiction.
I think underthinking is what causes that one.
No, now I remember.
Is that one yours or mine?
Tis be yours. I was looking for a lighter, but I don't.
I was gonna say, like, that stupid thing will not light. But I brought a lighter down. Are you serious?
I've had no problems out of it.
What the?
It just don't like you.
I can never get it to light. And even with a lighter, like, it takes me like 3 or 4 minutes to get that thing to light with a lighter. And you just click it on, no problem.
How much are you opening it up when you light it?
Barely.
Open it up about halfway. That's how mine is. You can't get it, like, if you crack it, it will never light.
See, I tried like wide open, and I tried,
yeah.
and
yeah,
then,
I was gonna say it's like halfway is like the only point that seems to ever work for them. Alrighty, now we get to test the lights and see if they work as they should.
all right, what are we testing?
The little indicators.
Oh, sweet.
Pizza. Stop.
No, come back. We need to see if this works. Hang on, I gotta turn the power back on. Alright, power on. Alright, we have a working turn signal back here. Ooh, look at that. Streetcar stuff, son. Yeah. Alright, let's check this other one. Yes. Turn signal is working. Yeah, boy. Nice. So, big thank you to Freddie. Thank you, Freddie. Don't get me wrong, I could have done this myself. I was working on it, but man, I'm nowhere near as good at it as he is. And he got it done probably like half the time that it would have taken me. So, yeah. Ah.
It goes up to the mirror for the...
It's one of these wires.
Oh, you recorded that.
I did, yeah. Got that on video, son. Let me go ahead and turn to the on position here.
It's so easy.
I can't take the duct tape anymore. It's gotta go.
I told you, it was just a temporary thing.
I'm sorry.
It was just temporary.
It's just not gonna work. It's me, I promise. It's not you. I hate you.
This looks like a dinosaur. They need to put it on the aisle so bad. The little platypusasaurus.
Platypusasaurus?
Yeah. And that's its one call. No, it's number 3, aggressive call. Instead of doing a sound, it just does a stare. What it does is when you press it, whatever dinosaur is closest to you, it just auto locks to that. When you do that too, you'll get an indicator on your
For a fast attack.
and the other dinosaur gets an indicator for
It's a date show.
for uncontrolled fear for no reason.
Why am my dinosaur scared all of a sudden? It just starts urinating everywhere.
Yeah. It starts profusely letting off the fear pheromone. Ah!
I'm gonna put the swimmer on now.
Oh god.
Oh God, what happened? My hands are like folding up and cramping. I started panicking. I didn't know what to do.
Ow!
Something really cool happened last night while me and Shannon was gaming, and I can't for the life of me remember what the heck it was to tell you about it.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Well, it is. No!
Ow.
Dome light works off the toggle switch now.
Yay!
Hey!
Alright guys, so we are now ready. I can't let it run for very long because obviously I don't have the rest of the exhaust on, and the O2 sensor goes like right here, just a little bit after the collector, so you don't want to let it run, without the O2 sensor. We're really just firing it up to make sure everything is good. I'm checking to make sure I don't have any fuel leaks, making sure that everything to do with the ECU is still good. The Holly did not get hit by the flood, thank God. But still, I just want to make sure that everything's working good, starter's working good. I want to make sure that obviously my fuel pump is installed correctly. I have never done a fuel pump upgrade like that before. So I have no clue if I did it right. I didn't really watch any videos on it. I had a video that I was going to watch on it, but I didn't. Anyways, so we're just checking some stuff out. We're just going to fire it up for a couple seconds, make sure it's good, and then shut it back off. Because it's definitely going to need to be tuned. We've upgraded from 36-pound injectors to 42-pound injectors, and we upgraded the fuel pump. So that is definitely going to be pushing a lot more fuel, and we don't want to wash the cylinders out and all that good jazz. Anyways, let me shut my mouth. Let's get back to this. Let's fire this thing up and see if she lives. All right. Ignition. All right. Starter is armed. We good to go?
Yep.
Let's see. Transmission's in neutral. Ooh, I'm nervous. I'm seriously nervous right now. All right. There's probably a lot of air in the lines where I had replaced the fuel pump and I've replaced the fuel filter. So there's probably air in the lines.
I'd say also it had to build oil pressure up to pump up the lifters too.
It's a good possibility too. And
Rich.
I also don't even have any coolant or anything in here right now. We got oil, obviously, but I don't have any coolant. So we don't have any of that stuff going on right now. But that's good news. She lives.
So now I need to get these tabs welded up, get the coolant in it, and get the header and stuff back on it. And the only reason the header's not on it right now is because I have a new throttle cable ordered. It's supposed to be here in like 2 days. So I gotta be patient. It's killing me. But there's no sense in putting the header on because the header goes right over top of this. And it'll be so much easier to replace this with the header not on it. So 2 days. I'll replace this. We'll slap the header back on it and get this thing ready for the dyno. Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. And again, big shout out to Freddie for coming down and helping me because this would have easily taken another 3 or 4 days for me to get done by myself because I suck at wiring. So you guys stay tuned for the dyno run and drop me a comment. What kind of power do you think we're going to make? How much extra horsepower do you think I made by hand porting these heads myself? Catch you guys later.